Over the years, I've written a lot on the motivations for joining a board of directors, the career, personal, sometimes unspoken drivers. But what about the other end of the process? What impels a director to leave a board? There always seems to be curiosity and unanswered questions when someone formally departs from a board of directors. You finally achieved the top level of the organization, finally made it into the company of the elect, and now you're leaving? It sounds political, suspicious, odd. But in fact, there are endless reasons for stepping away from a board role. Changes in your time demands or job status, most common causes. The time and effort required have exploded over the past decade, and a board role that you could handle a few years ago may be just too much now. Shifts in job roles, mergers, acquisitions, things like that could mean that you now face a conflict of some sort, and you should bow out gracefully. Other reasons for saying goodbye may be more personal and subjective. Those growing board time and workload demands, that's very wearing. Boardroom burnout becomes an issue. You put less time into pre-meeting info review, calls, research. You ask fewer questions in meetings, and you bother less if some numbers don't add up. This quiet quitting in the boardroom can also be driven by weak strategy, bad meetings, or a governance role that doesn't add up. Quitting under these circumstances is actually a good idea. Your input is offering little benefit. Life's too short to die of boredom. But there's a final category of board resignation that gets into more serious problems and tougher decisions for you. This raises the question of what your personal boundaries are, the lines you refuse to cross. Management shuts down any board member who's asking serious questions. Owners are behaving unethically. You're asked to sign off on results that you know are inaccurate. A board decision not only goes against you, but against your sense of right and wrong. I've discussed the procedures and disclosure issues of noisy withdrawal from a board of directors in the past, so I won't go into it here, but instead I'll ask you to take a step back and have a discussion with yourself, maybe even before you join a board in the first place. What are your boardroom boundaries, actions, or conditions that you cannot and will not accept as a board member? I'm Ralph Ward from the Boardroom for October.